Okay guys, we decided to do a little video log here of today's, what would you call it? Today's shenanigans?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. A couple weeks ago, we were at a truck show, and we were walking around looking at these four-door dualies. And I thought, man, I really think it'd be badass to have a four-door dually, you know, yada, yada, yada. And then the guys started talking. They're like, man, we need a truck to, you know, a square body truck like that to pull our vendor trailer with. That'd be badass, you know. We all started chatting about it, and then me and my son went and looked at a couple of them at the show, and then my son was all like, oh yeah, those are awesome, we need to do that. Well, then I've been kind of keeping my eye open since then, and there was a really nice one that was actually at the show that came up for sale, but it was like 50-something thousand. I was like, I don't know. Didn't have a diesel, it was a gas motor, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to pay 50 grand for one that doesn't already have a diesel in it. So even though it was a cool truck, kind of blew that one off. And then last night we was thumbing through, shoot, how did that happen? I think Trip sent a link.
Yeah.
Well, I sent the first link on, no, so I was on Marketplace and I found a truck, like just a regular half-ton C10 that had the frame and stuff redone on it. And I was like, man, that might be a deal we can flip, make some money off of. So I sent a group text out to the guys in the shop to kind of see what they thought. And then Trip, the painter, sent us another link to some other truck that he saw. And I was scrolling through that link, and it was some classifieds, and I found this dually. It's a black 88 model dually. So it's got the 454 with the throttle body injection and everything on it. And I was looking at it, I was like, man, this thing is clean as hell. Like, it doesn't look like it's ever had anything done to it. It looks like it was Grandpa's truck, and he drove it for a while and then just parked it, and it just sat there. So I was thumbing, I mean, besides some interior stuff, the seat's got some rips and stuff, but pretty much, like, this thing, it hasn't been lowered, it hasn't had a stereo system put in it, like nothing. This thing looks killer. So I was like, all right, and that's usually what I'm looking for. If I'm looking to buy a vehicle, I want to buy one that somebody hasn't already hacked up, you know. If they've went in and notched the frame and slammed the truck, I already know I'm going to have to fix all that crap. So whenever I'm looking to buy something, it's always looking for that virgin truck that belonged to Grandpa that ain't nobody cut up yet. So anyways, this is that truck. That's what it looked like. So I was like, oh man, I'm going to message this guy. And it was a good price. I'm not going to say what it was, but it was a good price. But I thought, man, I'm going to message this guy and see, you know, how serious he is about the truck. So I throw a number out there. Dude says, I'll take it, come get the truck. And I was like, okay, well, something's got to be up, because that was too easy, right? So I thought, okay, do you got a good title and yada, yada, yada? And he's like, yep, title, it's in my name, it's notarized, it's ready to sell. I was like, dang, okay, well, now I kind of don't have a way out of this, right? Now I got to go buy the truck. So I think about it all night long, come in this morning. Actually, no, I sent the dually into the group text too. Turn left right here. You know where you're going? But anyway, so so actually I sent the dually into the group text, and I guess all the guys sat around and dreamed about it last night, just like I did. And so we come in for our shop meeting this morning, and everybody's fired up about the truck. So Trip, he's done come up with a paint scheme for it. He wants it white and wants like some old school striping on it. Sully had some ideas for putting the Duramax in it and doing the 6-speed Allison and all that stuff. And we're like, man, everybody was fired up about the truck, and we're going to have us a new killer shop truck, right? So about lunchtime, we went to the bank, got some cash, and I've just been welding all day, so I'm just over there just thinking about it. I'm like, man, what am I doing? I don't need another project, you know. I'm in the middle of doing the Camaro project with my son. We're actually supposed to be getting the new body in about a month and a half. In about 6 weeks, I should have the new body for it. And so I was like, man, I'm going to spend so much money on that car, and so much time. When the Camaro gets here, I'm not going to really want to work on this truck. So why am I going to buy another project? And I was like, well, because it's freaking cool and I like it. So just go buy it, you know. And I just talked myself in and out of it all day long. And while we're at lunch, Sully over here, he started dreaming about it. And so he's coming up with all these plans, and he's looking up parts for doing a diesel swap and all that. And then basically by the time we got back to the shop, I think everybody else was more excited than I was about it. So anyways, I was like, man, give me till 3 o'clock. We'll figure out if we're going to buy it or not. So I sat over there just welding the rest of the day. about 3 o'clock hits, and I'm like, man, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I've put too many projects in front of the Camaro. I've built 5 other vehicles, and the Camaro was my first car. That was like part of my identity. I mean, everybody knew me from my Camaro growing up, and still today I'm 41 and people still ask me, man, how's the Camaro coming along? Man, I haven't driven that thing since I was like 22 or something. So I was just like, man, I've got to make that a priority. So anyways, I changed my mind about doing the truck. I tell everybody in the shop, hey, I changed my mind, we're not going to do it. So everybody's butthurt. And probably 10 or 15 minutes later, I walk by and I see Sully over here on his phone. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? You trying to get it? I said, what are you doing? Trying to get a signature loan to buy that truck? And he looks up at me, starts smiling. He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh shit, you really want that truck? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right. So I kind of made a joke, was like, well, if you want my baker's number, let me know. He's like, all right. So then I go back to work. Probably 15 minutes later, he comes over there all excited. He got a signature loan. And I'm like, dang, okay, well, that's cool. Well, then I'm like, what's the interest rate on it? And he's like, 30%. And I was like, hell no, dude, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. But that tells me he's committed. He wants this truck, right? And I'm excited for him because I can tell how excited he is about the damn truck. So I'm like, all right, but we can't do that. I was like, man, find another loan. He's like, it's too late. I've already done it. And I was like, crap. So then he goes to looking at his phone. He's like, well, the funds won't be there till, what did you say, May 15th or something?
Yes, May 12th.
You know, I felt pretty fortunate I slid in when I did. So I was like, man, it might not be there this weekend. What do you want to do? I was like, we can go talk to my banker if you want. And he's like, well, I've already done this deal. I'm like, damn. So then he comes up, he's like, well, you still got that money in your pocket. Let's go up there and get it, and then I'll pay you back whenever I get my loan. I was like, all right. So I was like, well, I'll do that. But you got to promise me one thing. You got to promise me that you'll go talk to my banker tomorrow and try to get a different loan and pay off that 30% interest deal, because I know if you pay it off quick, it's not a big deal, but man, I know how those things snowball. So anyways, so I called the guy. I was like, let me call the guy back and make sure that we can still get the truck, because I already canceled on the guy, right? So I'll call the guy. Actually, I gave him my number. He calls me back, and then he starts telling me about the truck, and I'm like, oh damn, I'm gonna regret this, right? Because this truck, it sounds killer. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna regret it, but I'm really happy for Sully over here because he pulled the trigger on it and he wasn't messing around. So I said, all right, man, go get my truck, trailer loaded up. Let's go get this thing. So now we are on our way to Owasso, Oklahoma to get this truck. And hopefully we're going to get some good footage while we're up there of it. And hopefully Sully's going to do some driving it on the way back.
Yeah.
We brought the trailer because it's a 2.5 hour drive. So I didn't want to be risking that with no insurance and stuff on the trailer, or on the truck, I mean. But we're at least going to test drive it, and we're going to get some footage of that. So stay tuned. Sully, you got anything?
No, I'm just excited that it runs and drives, and it's not just going to sit in my driveway for the next 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we'll talk more about the plans with the truck, and maybe we'll feature it on our YouTube so you guys can check it out. But Sully here, I'll go ahead and introduce him if I can get the camera to do what I want it to do here. Okay. All right. So Sully over here, he started working for me almost 3 months ago, something like that. He come from the GMC dealership, Chevrolet dealership. He was a tech there. He did a lot of diesel stuff, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
diesel and heavy line.
Yeah, primarily diesel stuff and wiring and diagnosis stuff on new GM vehicles. So he's the wiring guy at Modern C10 now, and he's done a lot of mechanic work, actually. A real good mechanic. So his plans with the truck are to put the LML?
Yeah, LML Duramax and a 6-speed Allison.
Yeah, he's already found a motor. He's already found motor mount plates and everything. He's been since about lunchtime, man. Once he got that plan set in motion, he started dreaming. So anyway, so stay tuned. See what we do. All right, he said he's on his way. He said he's about a mile up the road. Come on, let's go look at it. Got a guard dog out here. Okay, that looks like the factory paint. I was hoping it was factory paint and not covering something up.
Okay, so it's got cab corners rusted rocker right there, but it's not gone.
Yeah, you really couldn't even see that in that picture with it being black.
Yeah, it does have 2 new tanks in it. Bonus cab.
The front rocker looks like it's pretty good. He did say it had new tires. They look like they're new. She's got a bow in that tailgate though, huh?
Yeah.
See how that bed floor looks. Oh man, where'd the gooseneck go?
At least these are in good shape.
Yeah. Man, it's holding water up there.
Yeah. These do these come apart like the old ones? Oh, okay.
I would assume it's
yeah,
the same. They probably just have a tack weld in the back there. Looks like all the glass is good. Is the windshield good?
I think it looks like it was good.
Oh, no, it does got a crack in it. Dang, I almost lucked out. Do you think it's faded black or is it like navy dark blue?
I think it's blue.
In the camera it even kind of looks black, but it looks dark blue in person.
The grill and headlight bezel. I don't hate these wheels.
They look new.
Are they the same wheels on their side?
I think those are brand new, man. Either that or they're like powder coated and then they put new center caps on it. Yeah, it's definitely dark blue. I totally thought it was black whenever I was looking at the pictures.
And the gauges.
Oh, I see. This is the shape of the. In the pictures, I thought that was dented right there. That's just the shape of the. See it now?
Cab quarter. There's a little bubble back here.
Well, cab corners is probably the easiest thing on these trucks to fix. So this rocker over here is looking pretty good though. All that door is the door's a little bit beat up.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not like I gotta get a new one.
Oh, Trip will fix you up right there. I mean, I probably wouldn't even fix it. I'd just leave the outside like it is.
Yeah, same. I'd probably just put a bed, maybe have the bed fixed or something.
You throw a good ride height on this thing, and it'll be cool like this. If you start trying to make it too nice,
yeah,
then it'll just snowball.
Are these supposed to have trim on them? Or no?
I mean, I guess they could. This
These are
doesn't.
fiberglass.
This doesn't look like it has any holes for trim. Like it had trim on it at one time, but it's been an 88.
I'm surprised this is fiberglass and it's not all.
If it was an 88, then it was probably like the stick-on moldings. But it doesn't look like they've been pulled off or anything. I mean, the good news is though, this looks like the original paint. So if there was something, you know, like if you were worried about something being hidden, it's not. You'd be able to see it. I can't see up on the roof. We'll wait till he gets here to open the door.
Yeah.
I like it, man. What are you thinking? I can't see. See if I can get up here and see the roof. See the camera. Oh, that's the wrong button.
How's it going?
Good. Are you Mikey?
It's Mickey. I'm Sully.
Sully?
Yep.
It's Mickey, yeah.
Yep.
How you doing, man? I'm Mickey.
Hey, Mickey. Good to meet you.
Yeah, I was the one you was talking to.
Yeah.
He works for me. He's the one that got all excited.
You guys are wearing square body hats. You guys.
Yeah, I own Modern C10 in Norman.
Okay.
Yeah, we build these trucks. We've never done a dually though. We do like.
Price just went up.
Yeah, we do like.
This is his truck.
Almost like performance trucks, super trucks, you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a better picture of his truck. Oops.
Yeah, I'm trimming the fleet. I had 4 of them at one time. I had a Cherry 73 Custom Deluxe. No, Cheyenne Super is what they called it. It was fully trimmed, had the headliner and everything, and it was just riddled with rust.
I'll tell you what, Sully, you don't see this very often. These right here, I go and steal these out of salvage yards when I can because they're always beat up right here. They're almost impossible to get.
Yeah, and the aftermarket ones don't fit for shit.
They don't. These lines are completely different shapes.
This thing really does look like all original.
It is.
That's awesome.
I will not find another one like this. And by selling it, I'm just admitting I'm never going to do my square body dually.
And the jack's still in there.
Well, that's what I was telling him. I was like, that's what I like about it is it hasn't been hacked up or anything yet,
Exactly.
and exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It's
Still has the factory jack, everything.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was expecting it to have center bolt valve covers on.
So,
Did the 454s not have that? I feel like my dad's 94 did.
No, I think they've always been
yeah.
perimeter.
I could have swore my dad's 94
The
OBS
Vortex
had
350s
it.
had the center bolts.
I know. I don't know why I was thinking that the big block. That's stupid. Why was I thinking
I
that?
bought this because I had bought some inner fenders for the 85 to 88, these inner fenders, to try and put in that 79 so I could mount this side battery tray. And by the time I got the fender mounted, this didn't line up. This
At least you got the other battery tray for when you do the diesel swap.
yeah. I mean, you need it for anything. And I was going to need it for putting that 8.1 in it. So that truck's got the 8.1 ZF 6-speed.
Oh, that's sick.
And it's got the big block bosses on that 8.1. So it would bolt up and fall right in here.
That's awesome.
And I'd have a 6-speed double overdrive with an 8.1 fuel injected. And that was the plan. And I told myself not to take anything apart until I got the red truck done.
It's unlocked.
Yeah. And so.
Oh, that's sweet. I thought that was all rust right there in the
No.
picture. That's just dirt.
Yeah. Honestly, I was going to detail it this weekend and take better pictures, and I probably would have got even more traction on it. But yeah, that toolbox is junk. That toolbox came in this white truck, and it's junk. I just put it there because I was using the white truck to haul limbs and
Yeah,
stuff.
this doesn't have no rust either, Sully. I thought I
No,
could
this
see all
is.
the dirt there, and I thought it was rust.
No, it's really clean. It does have the cab corners, but that's not nearly as bad as rockers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and the rockers are just this external part.
Yep.
Got the factory stereo in it.
It's
Got
62,000 miles.
yeah. And I had a guy out here doing square body wheeling and dealing. He was like, he looked at the pedals. He's like, yeah, that probably only has 62,000 miles. The guy I bought it from had it sit for 12 years in his field. He was going to put a welder in the back.
see
And
it.
then he didn't lost his welding job. And so the welder was sitting right next to it, and he never did anything with it.
I mean, it could be 62. It could be 162.
I don't think it's 262.
Yeah, but the thing is it doesn't matter. The cool part about it is that, like, the truck hasn't been butchered at all.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way you want to buy them right here.
Mhm.
The only thing that's been done to it's pretty much what you've done, which is new gas tanks and new tires, right?
New fuel pump, new clutch. Since the clutch, it's a hydraulic clutch.
It's like a new switch panel here.
Yeah, put a new switch panel in there. A new ignition switch. I thought it was a problem, but the starter was a problem. I bought a big block starter, and all the worked over reman big block starters from Rock Auto are junk. They don't line up very well because they just they blast the aluminum pieces and they rebuild it.
Oh,
so
you
they
have to
don't
shim
fit.
it?
Well, it wasn't even just shimmy; it was just crooked.
Oh.
So I went ahead and bought a high torque off like a 99 350 Suburban. It's half the weight, bolted right up.
This thing
Longest it ever started.
is a cherry. See, I was looking at your pictures, and this looks so bad in the pictures, but I was
Yeah.
telling the guys, I was like, man, I think it's mostly mud. Like,
Your thumbs up. I was like, I think he thinks that's rust.
no. I thought it was mud. The only thing I thought was rust was right there in the rocker. Because I've looked at a million of these trucks, and they all rust right in that spot right there. And I see why, because the damn door drags right there, and then it's bare metal. But no, that looks good under there. I thought it was all mud because I was thinking I got a buddy that does he does detail work and he uses those ice blasters. And I was thinking, man, he could probably ice blast the bottom of this thing and it'd be perfect. Let me get underneath this side. Yeah, there's. At first I thought this was rust, but it's just mud. Like, it looks good. Even the inner rockers right here, they're completely solid.
It's got a Gen 5 LB3
Dang, I'm gonna regret letting Sully get this thing.
rebuilt with a Corvette main shaft and machine itself.
Still has like the factory dust covers and stuff under here.
Yeah, it's
Literally nothing's been changed on this truck.
this would have been. I'm gonna get this thing done 3 times with the amount of work I got in it. So simple.
These rockers are good over here. It's just that one rocker in the cab corners.
Let me get some stuff moved out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up here and look at.
Start if I put a jump box on?
I got that.
I'm gonna look at this roof. Oh no, it looks good. I mean, just a little surface rust right here and right there. but not really any dents or anything. I always worry
14
about
volts full of floaters.
I always worry about the lights up there leaking.
Yeah, the headliner didn't look like it was. Like
No, that's why I zoomed in there and looked at the headliner. It didn't look bad. I mean, these headliners are always falling out, so you'd know if it was leaking like crazy, the headliner wouldn't be in there.
Yeah. The fact that the headliner's there and not sagging, it's a miracle.
Man. Well,
I wouldn't want to deepen the battery, but if that's going to break the deal, it's old. It says 820 on it. You may not want it anyway.
I guess it depends on if it'll drive with your box or not, because we're going to drive it. We're going to unload it halfway home, or not halfway, but at some point we're going to unload it. You're going to drive it. Well, the good news is we're taking this home. If he backs out on it, yeah. I'm going to take it, because now that I'm looking at it, and that's what I was afraid of.
That might actually get done a little quicker.
That's what I was afraid of too. Whenever earlier I was like, I'm not even going to go up there, and you're like, we can at least go look at it. And I was like, no, because then yeah. I'll have to have it.
You can't put the rectangle port intake on the oval. This has got what they call peanut ports. They're even smaller still for the emission stuff.
I've never seen a fan like that. It's got like an expanded metal shroud. I've never seen one like that.
Yeah, it made me feel like my fabrication skills don't need to be that great.
I wonder,
that's what they came with.
I was wondering if that's like off of a tractor or something, but it looks like they put it all in there like factory.
It could be like the tow package thing. That symbol on the cab should mean camper special, a little teepee. But...
Oh yeah, I was wondering what that was. It would be cool if it still had the campers, because it would have protected this bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an OBS and it had 2 little holes in the front corners, and I was surprised that these didn't have the holes.
Yeah, my nephew's got a OBS. It was parked out in my parking lot. I have to always go out there and get the leaves out of the dang holes.
Yeah.
Did you say you put a new clutch in it, or what did you say about the clutch?
The hydraulic master cylinder.
Oh, okay.
It was toast. What was that?
What are you thinking, man? Tell us what you're feeling.
I'm sold.
It's better than I expected.
Oh yeah, the fact that its original paint is like just blows my mind.
I know that I'm regretting not just coming and getting it, but I'm really happy for you, because you're gonna get a badass starter truck right here. Yeah. This is gonna be such a cool deal.
Yeah, I'm with your idea of not even touching the paint for a while at least.
I'm telling you, because the thing is, if you did, then you'd have to replace everything, because if you did one thing to it, then it would make everything else look 10 times worse. But if you just leave it, it looks like Paul's farm truck, you know. But I bet you give it a good stance and everybody will just love this truck.
Do you know if the C10 bumpers will bolt onto this?
You could put like the Blazer bumper, like what's on my truck, on there.
What I don't like about the sport bumpers is you can't step on them.
Yeah, I think I have that same bumper right there that's not busted up. You can have it. I think it's sitting out in the parking lot.
My plan was to put an OBS bumper on there.
Oh, yeah?
Because it kind of looks right.
Yeah.
But it still has the step. And it was going to let people know that it had something else on
I wonder about like the early 90s Suburbans, you know, like the square body Suburbans, because they had like the rubber on them just like the OBS trucks did.
Yeah, you can get those from LMC. I think it's just I think it's a sport bumper with a pad.
With the rubber pad?
I think. I don't know. I never looked that close to it. I don't know where you want this. I took this off to try and I took this off to try and get the red off of it. And
dude, you need to be careful with that. You never see them that aren't all beat up, because this aluminum's so soft.
You think aluminum cleaner would get it off?
Oh yeah, acid will clean that off.
Iron out.
Yeah, you can.
It's like a spray cleaner you get at Atwoods or whatever, but it's the red and the red dirt is the iron.
Yeah.
And it like neutralizes it. It should take it right off. That's what a buddy told me.
Yeah, if you can clean that and keep it, dude, absolutely, because those things are always beat the hell up. You never find them nice. And I think they're like $400 for a new one, and the new ones don't fit with the crap. So the front bumper looks real good. If that if that other bumper I got will fit on there, that'd be sweet.
That was out of the way. I don't know what you want to do next.
You probably want to go drive it, huh?
Yeah, that's cool.
Here, we take this with you?
Yeah.
Well, we missed the drive. I hit something happened. Either I hit it or whenever I handed it to him, somebody bumped it. But what'd you think about the drive?
It stops and steers really good. It just has a little hiccup like accelerating, but it's not like a mechanical issue. It's something with the fuel injection. But other than that, it's really low geared.
So we can get that out of it?
The gear is low, and then the third gear is like you got to be on the highway to use it.
Maybe we just need to rebuild the throttle body or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Because he did most of the ignition stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. But you gonna be happy with it?
Yeah, definitely.
Got to come up with a name for that thing. All right, guys, we got this old cream puff loaded up. You know, at first I was thinking I'm gonna regret not jumping on this deal for myself. But after reflecting on it, I was thinking about lunch yesterday where Sullivan was talking about all these projects that he wanted, these builds he wanted to do, but just couldn't afford it, this and that and the other. And I gave him this whole lecture about hustling. Told him how I couldn't afford my first race car either, but I built a $150,000+ car on scrap parts and a whole lot of willpower. And I told him it's all about the hustle, man. It's not always about the money. You got to out hustle the next guy to get what you want. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, he wanted this truck that whole time. That's why he was so amped up about it. And he had a whole build this morning whenever we met for our meeting. And once he started seeing the writing on the wall that I was going to back out, he jumped on it. He started hustling. And I can respect that. So hope you guys enjoyed the little show, and stay tuned for updates on this old cream puff, whatever he's going to name it, I don't know. But I know he's going to diesel swap it. Stay tuned, guys. We'll post some videos.